God is that what you elevate to the highest degree, that you put above all, that you prioritize above everything. And if we define God as what is the highest for you, then we understand that, well, then we would have lots of gods, so called gods in the world, right? Because each person can elevate to the highest anything he wants, and so can the other. Um, but the reason that you elevate anything to its highest place is because you need to make the priorities. And you need to make the priorities because you can't dedicate yourself to everything equally. You can pursue everything. You have a limited time and a limited resources and a limited capacity. Everything is too much. So you choose. And what you choose, you elevate above the other. And you sacrifice what is below that. Uh, this is called the hierarchy of values. And that which you have elevated to the highest can be defined as your God. Because you have given it all, you have sacrificed everything to that. Um, in ancient times, people were making this sacrifices to God because this is the principle of it. What is the highest? Everything should be sacrificed to what is the highest. Because this is exactly the definition of the highest. It is elevated above something. And so, therefore, something else should be left behind. Um, Now, there are different principles and different factors at play when you choose what to elevate above uh, other. You can choose it. Of course, you can choose that which would meet your desires, wants, and expectations. You can choose to elevate that which serves you. That would be a self serving God. Gods maybe could be money, right? And money is uh, uh, it's a currency for exchange for something. In itself, it's nothing, and so that's why gods, because it can give you fame, any resources you want, sources you want, and things you want, and experiences, right? But another problem that comes from here, from self-serving gods is that they are still gods. Fame, experiences, resources, things. It's a lot, and it confuses you because you still should put something in a higher priority and sacrifice all the other things. You still should prioritize something because a lot is too much. Uh, so that's why the question arises: who is your God? Who is that? Or what is that which elevated above all? Um, and well, you can ask, well, what is the problem if it will be shifted around? It can be fame, yeah, and then when I had enough of it, it will be things to acquire. When I had enough of it, it will be experiences. What is the problem to shift all around? And well, uh, one of the reasons could be that you elevate something in a exactly proportionally to its value, to how much it matters and why. And does it matter? And this is exactly the reason for you to elevate something because it matters and more than something else because it has the higher value than something else. And so, why would you pursue something of lower value when you could pursue and take something of higher value? And this gives us some understanding. And the understanding it gives us is that um, if all of that is constantly changing, one of the reasons it could be because it's not valuable enough for you to keep it at the highest place and to sacrifice everything for it. Oh. So, if it would be valuable, you would not substitute it for something else. If you substitute it, it can be even of the same value, but because there still would not be a reason for you to constantly substitute it. It means that it's of a higher value for you. And so basically this means that those are not actually the highest things that are all the lowest and they're maybe their categories. So those gods are not actual gods. They are still low gods. They're maybe fake. So they're low. They're not gods. It doesn't make them gods. God is what is the highest, and what to who everything should be sacrificed. Uh, okay. So what should be at the highest place, and can it be really? Because if you ask, well, um, I can't live without basic necessities like food, water, uh, safety, maybe. All right, and I would not sacrifice it. And it doesn't mean that I like that it's something irrelevant. Uh, though I'm still trying to find something else, it doesn't like maybe there are just a lots of different important things. Um, equally important. So I would answer that if something if some things are of completely equal value, there is no point of choosing one over the other. Um, but in your life, you constantly make different decisions where you need to put priorities. Are you going to eat now or are you going to study? What is more important? And maybe you'll say, well, in the short term, my studies are more important. But in the long term, of course, food is much more necessary for me than studies are. Um, and um, so you can reasonably answer the question. So I still have lots of different necessities that I need to needs that I need to satisfy. And what am I going to do with that? If I will not do that, I will die. And maybe money should be elevated because, well, maybe that should be elevated, which once acquired satisfies everything at once. And so maybe it should be money. You can assume maybe it should be money because once acquired, it provides and food and safety and status and recognition. Recognition. If status and recognition, uh, then maybe even reproduction, future generation, right? So maybe once acquired, it's actually uh, provides you with everything. And so, why not money? Maybe money should be the elevated to the highest degree. And well, this is the exact reason why masses are preoccupied with that. They just put their souls to acquiring it, because they also put their souls to acquiring everything else in life simultaneously as they acquire money. Um, all right. Um, so why? So is this a valid uh, God to serve and to sacrifice everything to? And the answer can be it's either really satisfies everything, absolutely provides you with everything and it's sufficient, or that it's insufficient due to some reason. And I'm ready for you to provide the reason why it could be insufficient. Um, and the answer would be that human beings um, with their conscious conscientiousness, with their thought, live not exactly only by the present moment and by the present things, by the things of the present moment. Um, all of that is what you have now, or you don't. You survive now, or you don't. Uh, and all of that, in a way, uh, satisfies your instinct and your sensations, and it works similarly for animals, food, reproduction, all the same necessities, right? Novelty, that is experiences, new experiences. But for conscious human beings, we live not only by the present alone, we can surpass the present exactly with our conscientiousness, exactly with our thoughts. We can surpass the present moment. We can surpass our sensational um, perception or cognition, sensational experience, and we can have a conscious experience of other beings. So we can look at the broader picture. And when you look at the broader picture, you understand that this is not enough. All of that is not enough because they are the problems of um, the problems that what you already have can't solve. Uh, and those are the moral problems. Those are the relational, because reality is about people. People build relations. And ultimately, it is also that which you don't have now enough and that you should acquire and which this cannot provide is solution to such uh, well problems for you, like death, because you look ahead of you as human being, and not only the present. And ahead of you is death. Um, uh, justice and judgment. That goes to morality. So, in a way, you are conscious, all right? And your conscientiousness, your thoughts, helps you to proceed yourself and to think of such problems as death and justice. And you think of justice because, and of more problems because you think of other people. Because you have surpassed your limited you. Now you can bring all the other players into the picture. You can think what is fair to them and what is not. And these so-called gods can't answer that. But in your life, you face with this problem daily. And you should think and address this kind of problems. And in addressing them, grow, because each problem is also opportunity in exactly as much as it is problem to be solved. And therefore, even when all of that will be satisfied, you still won't be satisfied, because this is not all what there is. And so you should find the God, the highest, um, the highest that would satisfy everything else, that would answer the moral problems and the death and this is the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Hope it was informative for you, and see you in the next video.